up, guys? What is up? It is Trav back again for another video of Trav's Fishing 101. Alright, so I left off with my basic setup for fishing. And in this video, we're going to be discussing what you should have for fishing. So, like the gear basics, what you should have with you every time you go fishing, alright? So, I won't get too, precise with it, but just like I said, the basics of what you're going to need and what you're going to want. Maybe some recommended ideas of what you should take along with you every time you go fishing. It's always a good thing to know and have. So with that, I'll just kind of jump right into it. So one of the first things you need, of course, is going to be a good old trusting fishing pole right here. See this nice big long thing right here? That's my nice fishing pole. Brand new, basically. I bought it the other day. Rod's a little older, decent one. As I have it set up for a lure right now. I could switch it to bait. Otherwise, I do have a second pole for bobber. That way I can use live bait on fish. Like I said, you can have one pole, two poles. You can have 20 poles. It doesn't make a difference on how many poles you have. It depends on how much fishing you want to do, where you want to go fishing, and what type of fishing. If you want to do, put a couple, lines in the water, you might want more than two. But if you're just going to be out there for a little bit, just casting away, you probably just need one. So it all depends on your taste. All right, go along with the pole. You need a good tackle box right here, or some type of storage. This is mine. Of course, I showed you guys that earlier. But you don't need a fancy one like I do. You don't need a big one. But you need just some type of storage that way you can carry basic stuff in. You can carry your line, your bobbers, your lures. Basically whatever you need. You want some type of storage for it. If it's a little box, I have something like this for my small stuff, like my hooks and everything. But, you want a bigger box, like this guy right here, for lures or, bigger stuff. And it's a great tool to have. It always is nice. It makes everything carry. You don't have to worry about carrying 400 different things on at once. All right. Another thing you're going to want is you're going to want some line. Always have extra line in you just in case, your previous line, your pole snaps. If the reel gets tangled up, which does happen, you always have extra. That way you can redo it real quick. Or if you got to add more on, or if you need to, add extra line to it, you always have it. It doesn't have to be a brand new pack. It could be used. You could already use it, or it could be brand new. I haven't used this one yet, but better safe than sorry, right? Another thing you need is you're gonna need bobbers, and this is if you're out fishing on the water. If you're using live bait. Usually with lures you don't use live bait because the lure is supposed to be supposed to signal the same thing as a live bait. So bobbers are good to know, good to have. That way you can see when the fish takes the live bait, it goes down, boom, fish on, man, reel her in, woo! All right, there's a couple different sizes. You have super big ones. You got medium size, little teeny tiny ones right here. And then another nice one to have is this one right here. And it glows in the dark, or it doesn't glow in the dark, but it lights up. Same difference, tomato. It lights up. It's good for night fishing or when you're, later in the day where you can't see as well. This really gives off a nice little glow, so you can see it. Again, it's not not needed, but it's recommended, especially if you're gonna do some night fishing or later on in the day fishing. It's really good to have. Plus, it just looks cool. And come on, green and gold. Come on, let's go Packers. Win us a Super Bowl this year, will ya? All right. Another thing you're gonna need some hooks. Now, I got a couple of different size hooks, different style. You have your good old regular hook right here. Small little one, not too bad. You have a rounder one, which is kind of like a circle hook almost. You see, it's kind of got that bend on there. When a fish attaches on, he ain't going to get off that one, I guarantee it. He can't really pull it unless he's a super monster fish, Just another smaller version of the one I just had. A nice little thing to have. My personal favorite right here, good old treble hook. Why it's called treble hook? Because there's 3 hooks in one. And it's just beautiful. You could catch anything on it. And, a lot of people use that for river fishing or, when you go by the Wisconsin River, you go fishing. Use that for that. Oh, it's perfect. Just beautiful out there. All right, put these back so I don't stab myself. All right, another thing you're going to want is you're going to want some swivels. And some sinkers, of course. Here's a swivel right here for you. I don't know if you can see it very well. I know, poor quality thing. I'm not really a good, camera person. Otherwise, sinkers, you have different size sinkers. You have little ones, you got bigger ones. It just depends how much weight you want to add onto your pole. See how far the bobber and the bait goes down. The more weight you add, of course, the lower it's going to go down. Great thing to have. I mentioned earlier you're going to want lures. I already showed you my setup, so you don't need to see them 400 times, even though I wouldn't mind showing them again. Kind of that kind of person. But, you know, you have to have lures, of course, if you want to do some regular fishing. Let's see, what else we got here? Okay, we'll get into the big things. All right. Something nice to have, pliers, especially needle nose. See how needle nose those are? You want a pair like that because if the hook gets stuck, boom, you can easily pull it out. You don't have to worry about sticking your hand in the northern's mouth and losing a finger possibly. These make great tools. Another thing you're going to want, a pair of scissors. You know, woo, get a haircut maybe while you're in the boat. Who knows? But why you want scissors is because in case your line gets caught, or if you got to cut a new line, it's always a good thing to have to cut. You know, you can't really rip it in half. A lot of the line I'm using is like 15-pounder, you know, 20-pounder, you know, whatever you can find in the store. It's a little hard to rip with your hands, you know. I'm not all, you know, big and muscular like me. I can't help it. I'm just built that way. Sorry. Get swole, bro. But scissors are a good thing to have. Another thing to have, got a lighter right here, you know. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Oh, see that flame? Boom. Where is it? There we go. Woo! Toasty, aren't we? A couple reasons why you might want a lighter is with a lighter you can burn the extra line when you got to tie it off. That's probably about the only reason. If you get a little stuck out there, you know, if you need it for something, it's always a good thing to have. Like I said, you not necessarily need it, but it's highly recommended just in case. You know, it's one of those, hey, if I need it, I need it. If I don't, well, I got something to play with later on. Not a good idea. Don't play with fire, kids. Please do not play with fire. Not a fireman here. All right, and the last thing you should definitely have, and it's kind of it's a multi-tool. And what the good thing about this is, it combines the scissors, the little needle nose, all in one. See, I got a pair of needle nose pliers right here. I got a couple knives. I got some screwdrivers on the side. I got a file in case I need it, you know, in case I gotta do my nails later on. Who knows, you know, you got a girlfriend out there, boom. Keep her occupied while you keep reading them on in. Multi-tool is good to have around, especially, you know, like I said, for multi-purposes. You gotta cut the line, if you gotta pull a hook out, do your nails. I mean, anything that works, you know. If you need the knife, we don't have to worry about carrying around 400 different, you know, tools with you. You can have all in one. 12-in-1 right here. All right, that's all you need. 12-in-1. Boom. Get it from Walmart, Fleet Farm. Highly recommended. Definitely need it. Okay. I think that's about it for gear, really. You really don't need more than that. Another thing you need is if you need a fishing license. If you're over, I think 16 in Wisconsin, you have to have a license. 15 or 16, one of the two. If you're over that age, you have to have a license. They're pretty cheap for the most part. You know, first-time buyers or like the junior residents are like $7, $8. And when you turn 18, they're $20 a piece. So it gets a little more expensive, but like I said, think about it. $7, $10, $20, whatever it is, and you can be out all day just enjoying life, reeling that big old bass in. Oh man, I'd take that any day of the week. Let me tell you that. Okay. So you're gonna need a license. I don't have mine on me right now because I'm not fishing currently. I will be, though. Trust me, always fishing. So with that, guys, I think I'm pretty much good with gear. I said have a couple of those things. Another thing that you can have is a boat. If you have a boat and you're fortunate enough to have a boat, more power to you. Some people don't have boats. People can't afford a boat. So it all depends on the person. Said you can fish off the shore. You can fish in boat. Find a friend. Pretty sure you can, you know, glide across the water, go swimming and fishing. You know, woo, and boom, there we go. All right. So with that, guys, I am out for the day. So remember, fish on and reel her on in.